Hello, it's Chinelanu here, and in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to add and subtract surds. Do endeavor to stay to the end of the class because I'm going to be making it super easy for you. Without further ado, let's start learning. Welcome to class. In this video, we are going to be looking at how to go about addition and subtraction of surds. So when we are given something like this, how do we go about adding and subtracting them? If you take a look at this question, you're going to notice that we have different surds. This is surd 72, this is 8, and this is 32. So it's the same like having different like terms. There's no way you can add it. If you have something like 6x plus 7z plus 9y, you can see that these are not like terms, so you cannot add it. But if you have something like 6x plus 4x, you can add them up because they are like terms, so you're going to have 10x, right? So that's exactly what's happening here. We have different surds, so for us to be able to add or subtract these surds, what we need to do, we need to break down these surds into similar surds. We need to simplify them. So in doing that, what we need to do, let's break down 72. What are the two possible factors of 72 that has a perfect square and a non-perfect square? We have 36 and we have 2. Okay, and another thing we should always consider, now the number that is not a perfect square, we must ensure that it cannot be further broken down, it cannot be further simplified. We have 2 here, we cannot further simplify 2, so definitely 36 times 2, using 36 and 2 is ideal. So we are going to have 36 times 2, the root of 36 times 2. Then let's look at 8. To break down 8, we are going to have the two possible factors are 4 and 2. 4 times 2 gives us 8, and 4 is a perfect square, and 2 cannot be further simplified. So this is the right one we can use. So we are going to have 4 times 2, the root of 4 times 2 combined. So the next one we have 82. For 82, we are going to have 16 and we are going to have 2. And we equally have factors like 8 and 4. But we are going to go with 16 and 2 because though we have 4 is equally a perfect square, but if you look at the other number, which is not a perfect square, you can see that it can be further simplified, and we don't want that. We can have 4 times 2. Okay, it can be further simplified, and that is not what we want. So we need a number that is a perfect square, and the second number, which is not a perfect square, cannot be further simplified. That's what we are looking out for. So that's why we are going to go with this. Okay, so we're going to have minus 16 times 2. So the next thing we are going to do, let's further break it down. This is the same as saying root 36 times root 2 plus root 4 times root 2 minus root 16 times root 2. They are the same thing. Now, if you take a look at all of these, you will notice something. They now have similar sorts. We have 2 here, we have 2 here, we have 2. So now that we've arrived at this, we have like terms, okay? So it becomes very easy for us to add and subtract. So the next thing we're going to have, what is the square root of 36? It gives us 6. So we have 6 sub 2 plus, what is the square root of 4? The square root of 4 gives us 2. So we have 2 root 2 minus, what's the square root of 16? That's 4. So we have 4 root 2. So now that we've gotten this, we can easily sum them up. 6 root 2 plus 2 root 2, that gives us 8 root 2. And then we can now say 8 root 2 minus 4 root 2. that will give us 4 root 2. So we've gotten our answer. It's absolutely easy, guys. Let's take a look at another example for clarity. So now let's take a look at this example. If you take a look at this example, you're going to notice it's a little bit different from the previous example. In the previous example, we just had to add and subtract pure surds. They were all pure surds. But in this one, we have two pure surds here and we have a mixed surd here. Okay, we have a mixed surd here. So how do we go about solving something like this? First of all, we still need to follow the same step. Let's break them down to similar surds. Okay, we need to simplify them to similar surds. So let's think of the two factors we can use here. We can have 9 and 3. Okay, so we have surd 9 and surd 3 combined together, and then for this one we have 48. Okay, so we have 16 and 3. All right, so we are finding the root of 16 times 3. We are combining it, and then for this one we simply write -2. Okay, and then we focus on simplifying 12. Okay, in simplifying 12 we are going to have 4 times 3. So now that we've done this, the next thing we are going to do, let's further break it down. Remember, this is the same as root 9 times root 3. Okay, and then here we have plus root 16 times root 3 minus 2. Then we have root 4 times root 3. The square root of 9 is 3, so we have 3 surd 3 plus the square root of 16 is 4, so we have 4 surd 3. Then we have -2. Just simply write this -2. Then let's pay attention here. The square root of 4 is 2. So instead of just writing 2, we are going to introduce this. It's the same as saying times 2. Okay, and then surd 3. That's how we go about simplifying a mixed surd. Okay, so now that we have these, we are going to have 3 surd 3 plus 4 surd 3. Since they are like terms, the answer is going to be 7 surd 3. Now let's take a look at this. -2 times 2 gives us -4. So we're going to have -4 surd 3. Now that we have this, what we are simply going to do, we're going to say 7 surd 3 minus 4 surd 3 is going to give us 3 surd 3. So this gives us our answer. This is absolutely easy, guys. Let's just pay attention. So let's take a look at one more example on this, something a little bit different from this very example. Let's take a look at this example. You're going to notice we have surd 12 minus surd 3 plus surd 75 minus 3 root 3. Okay, when you have something like this, take a look at this. You observe we have root 3 here and we have root 3. So what that tells you, it already gives you a clue of what this can be simplified into. It makes your work easier. So you would know that definitely 12 must have a factor of 3 and this must have one of its factor being 3. So here we're going to have, simplifying this, we're going to have 4 times 3. Then we have minus root 3 plus, then here we're going to have 25. We're going to have 25 times 3. Okay, minus this 3 root 3. So when we have this, the next thing we are going to do, let's break it down. Okay, it's the same as saying root 4 times root 3 minus root 3 plus root 25 times root 3 minus 3 root 3. You see, by the time we have this, it becomes very easy for us to solve. What's the square root of 4? The square root of 4 is 2. So we have 2 root 3 minus root 3. Then here we have what's the square root of 25? The square root of 25 is 5. So we have plus 5 surd 3 minus 3 surd 3. Let's solve it this way, okay? You say 2 root 3 minus root 3, we are going to have root 3. Remember, I told you there's a 1 that we don't necessarily write here. It's just like saying 2x minus x. Your answer is x. You don't necessarily write 1x, okay? So that's why we have root 3 here. Then we equally have plus 5 root 3 minus 3 root 3. So what we're going to have here, we say 5 minus 3 gives you 2. So we have plus 2 root 3, okay? So we have plus 2 root 3. We shouldn't leave our answer like this. Of course, we have similar sorts, right? So we can still add it. So in adding it, remember there's a 1 we don't necessarily write here. So by the time we say 1 plus 2, it gives us 3 surd 3. So this is absolutely easy, guys. Okay, let's take this quick exercise. Number 1, simplify 2 root 45 minus 6 root 5 plus 4 root 20. So you can try this out and let me know what you got as your answer in the comment section. Let me know how well you've understood this topic. So is it on addition and subtraction of surds? If you got value from this video, give me a thumbs up. Do hit the subscribe button if you've not, and turn on that notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I upload content like this. And don't you ever forget, maths can be easy. I'd love to see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.